I feel like Kakashi Uchiha. Yeehaw soldiers, it's your boy the Anime Sage coming to another video, and this is part 3 of What If Kakashi Was an Uchiha. Part 3 is here after a long hiatus, and we're going to get into this, but first, in terms of videos coming up, I've got a wasted potential of Naruto Uzumaki, or untapped potential of Naruto Uzumaki, and I'm basically going to be discussing some of the stuff that Naruto could have learned in the story of Naruto, and maybe some development moments that he could have had as well. And in terms of other videos, there's going to be legacy chapters 32 for 34, and there's also going to be some other fun videos coming up as well, such as chapters 4 through 5 or 6 of Return of the Whirlpool fanfic, as well as some other videos in between that I'm not going to say until later. So stay tuned for when those videos come out. Watch my community tab like a hawk, that's really important. And also, check my Patreon, has some nice rewards you can get if you support me financially. The link to will be in the description. And go check my Twitch, as I do streamer there. Links to will be in the description as well. In terms of some other stuff, one important thing I want to know here is that if you want me to read some Naruto, DBC, MHA, or any other type of fanfics that you want to be read on my channel as a bit of an audiobook, then you have to link that fanfic down in the comments and also give me the name, and I might do that as a potential series in the future. So if you want me to read any of your fanfics, again, just link them down in the comments below and give me the name of them. That's all, okay? Good. Alright, time for some quick social media plugs. Twitter is @stage4, Instagram is @stage4, and of course, join my Discord server. I will give you all reasons to follow /jones at the end of the videos, so watch until the end. And finally, to close off the usual checklist, if you haven't seen part 2, I will link that in the description. And if you haven't seen the series at all, go check out the playlist. And with all the way, let's get right into the story. Where we last left off our story, we saw Team Obito with Shikamaru, Hinata, and Naruto, and Team Kakashi with Sasuke, Ino, and Kiba all complete the mission at the Land of Waves. Kakashi and Obito were talking with each other and both agreed with each other on one thing, that their teams were ready for the Chunin exams. And that is where we will pick up our story. Team Kakashi and Obito will head back to the Leaf Village and give a mission report, and Hiruzen will congratulate both Genin teams for completing their first A-rank mission. Afterwards, both Kakashi and Obito will each have a private word with their sons. Both sons' eyes will widen and say, at the same time, "What? Chunin exams?" Both Kakashi and Obito will nod and say to their sons, "I think you're ready for them." Naruto and Sasuke, as if there's some link between them, will say to their fathers, "I don't know, you have said the Chunin exams are very hard, and it's rare for rookies like us to be potentially taking them so soon." Kakashi will say to Sasuke, "I know, I completed them the first time when I was much younger than you. However, I believe that you have come a long way since the massacre, and even though you are a rookie, I believe you and the rest of your teammates can pass, especially after completing your first A-rank mission." Sasuke will say, "You may be my adopted father, but if you believe in me, then I will believe in myself. Thank you, Dad." Kakashi smiles and says, "No problem, son." Meanwhile, with Obito and Naruto, "I understand what you're saying, Naruto. I didn't even become a Chunin on my first try, and they definitely can be difficult. But I believe that you will do very well in these exams. You are not the same failure as I was back then. If it wasn't for Kakashi helping me and fueling me to be better, with our rivalry, who knows where I would be. I have raised you to this point so you don't have the same life I had. And I know standing in front of me is a young man who will do great things in life. And even if you are a rookie, I know you'll become a Chunin. For as the old saying goes, the next generation always surpasses the older one." Naruto then says to his dad, "Dad, no matter what you were in the past or what happens now in the present, I will never see you as a failure. And if you think I can do this, then I know I can become a Chunin, and I will do it for you." Obito then smiles and says, "Thank you, Naruto." Naruto smiles and both will hug each other. Naruto and Sasuke are then told that the Chunin exams will begin in 2 months, so they will take those 2 months to prepare for them, of course. The next day, in separate training grounds, both senseis will notify their teams that they will be competing in Chunin exams in 2 months. The teams of both Kakashi and Obito will have their doubts about entering the Chunin exams, except Naruto and Sasuke, of course. But then they'll be given some words of encouragement from their senseis, saying that they have come very far, and by the time the 2 months come around, they'll be ready for them. So now the 2 months of training begin for our teams, but before I get into those teams and what they've learned in those 2 months, let's take a look at Kakashi's relationship with Kurenai and Obito's relationship with Anko. First off, Kurenai and Kakashi do get closer over the next 2 months when they have free time. Kakashi also helps convince Kurenai to let her team into the exams, as based on what she has told him, they are ready for them. She also talks about how one of her students, Sakura, has come a long way and might be successor to her in the art of genjutsu, as she is really good at it. Kakashi doesn't give Kurenai his lightning blade yet, as they're not at that point yet, though things are going very well for Kakashi, and of course Kurenai. With Anko and Obito on the other hand, they are falling for each other, and fast, to the point where Obito at one point gives Anko his manda. But in all seriousness, everything's going well for Obito right now, and Anko has someone in her life that can make her happy, so good for both of them. Both Naruto and Sasuke do not object to this and are fine with Obito and Kakashi dating these women, because in Naruto's case, he has never really had a mom in his life, and Anko seems to be a great person, so he's gonna let Obito do what he wants and not complain about it. And for Sasuke, Kurenai seems to be a great woman, and Kakashi deserves to find happiness in his life, and who knows, Kurenai might be a great stepmom, so Sasuke's not gonna care either. Anyways, in terms of training, Naruto and Sasuke will be learning new techniques that correspond to their element. Naruto will learn a jutsu I created, the Wind Dragon Jutsu, the wind version of the Fire Dragon Jutsu. It functions with the user generating wind chakra into the shape of a dragon, which will then attack the opponent. And for Sasuke, he gets a returning favorite jutsu of mine that I created, the Fire Vortex Jutsu. User generates fire chakra into the shape of a vortex. I love the jutsu I created so much. Anyways, for Hinata, she will look to get the next stage for palm attacks, which is 64 palms, and by the end of the 2 months, she will get it. She's still not on the same level as Neji yet, because Neji was a prodigy, let's be real, but she has definitely gotten stronger in this timeline. For Shikamaru, he improves on his Nara clan techniques. He would probably look outside of that, but it would be too much of a drag. In terms of Naruto and Hinata, well, something is developing there, and let's just say, Naruto isn't as dense as before. Naruto starts feeling something towards Hinata, but he doesn't know what. What he does know is that at times all he can do is blush whenever she appears, and then there's an awkward silence between the two, and then Obito has to step in because he can see what's going on between the two and help him start a conversation, and he does this for quite a bit of time until Naruto gets more and more comfortable around Hinata, but those feelings he felt before are still there. Naruto decides to talk to his dad about it, but Obito says, "You gotta figure it out for yourself." Naruto wonders why Obito can't tell him, but then will eventually figure out something by the end of the 2 months. He might like Hinata, in a romantic sense. Obito was just trying to allow him to figure it out for himself. Naruto now doesn't know what to do, because he doesn't know if Hinata feels the same way, and is worried that she'll reject him. Naruto will talk to Obito, and Obito laughs a bit, as he has been in Naruto's position before, and is also happy Naruto figured it out. He still doesn't know that Hinata likes Naruto back, but at least Naruto figured out that he does like Hinata. He says to Naruto, "Just let things develop naturally, and if you feel like you truly like her, then confess to her. The worst thing she can say is no. It's something I wish I had done with my first crush." Naruto then asks, "Ren?" Obito nods and says, "I have told you a bit about her, and that she died, but I never told you the full story. I was always competing with Kakashi for her in my eyes, because she always seemed to fangirl over him at times, though she was really caring to me and very sweet. In the end, it turned out I was wrong. While she did at times fangirl over Kakashi, she actually loved me, though I never got to learn the truth until the day she died. The thing was that I always feared that she would reject me and say she liked Kakashi, and I thought hearing something like that would destroy me. But I learned something after hearing her confess to me before she died. Don't live with that mindset. If you keep it to yourself, you'll bottle up emotions, and that's not good. It's also not good if you learn that she likes you, and it's the day she dies." Naruto then says, "But what if she says no?" Obito then says, "Well, you at least know she doesn't, and you can move on. As I said, I thought her saying no and saying she liked Kakashi would have killed me, and it probably would have hurt for a bit, but after a while I probably would have gotten over it. Yeah, something like that hurts when you are like 12 or 13 years old, but after a while, you get over it, and as you get older, that seed of fear and doubt of what if she doesn't like you and thinking about the effects of her rejecting you are meaningless. Because at the end of the day, there are plenty of fish in the sea, even in a shinobi world, and even if that person you like doesn't like you back or dies, you can always try to find someone else. And I did in Anko. Naruto is in shock of what Obito just said, and Obito then says, "You will find that special someone. Whether or not it's Hinata doesn't matter, because I know you will find it, like I have." Obito then walks away, and Naruto is left to think about Obito's words. He realizes that Obito is right, that he has to take a chance. The only question is when, as the tuning exams are in a week. But before we deal with one romantic endeavor, we have to deal with another one. Something is just clicking between Ino and Sasuke. Ino, since she was put on Team Kakashi, has been getting stronger, and that is obviously not only good for her, but also the team. Sasuke has been starting to develop feelings for Ino, as she hasn't really been too focused on him in this canon, as Naruto was another worthy candidate, but she also knew that she was not going to be in much favor with Sasuke if she didn't impress his dad. However, Sasuke is not sure if he likes Ino back at this point, so he is just gonna wait to see how things develop. Because unlike Naruto, he's not dense, just emo. Well, in the original canon, not this one. Anyways, Ino and Kiba have been trained hard together and have each gotten stronger. However, I will tell you guys the full results later, as well as the results of training from Kurenai's team. Anyways, when the time of the tuning exams rolls around, everyone is ready for them, as they have been waiting for a couple months for this opportunity. Each rookie team is confident they will do well, but will they do well is the question. Who knows? During that 1 week as well, Naruto and his team will have an encounter with some Sangenin after one of them tried to punch the grandson of the third Hokage. Shikamaru stopped this with his shadow possession technique, making one of the Sangenin named Kankuro drop the kid, while Naruto appears behind the other Sangenin named Tamari and puts a kunai to her throat. This causes him to meet another Sangenin named Gaara, who will chastise Kankuro for his behavior and will apologize to the Leaf Gang for the actions of his brother and teammate. He will then ask for the names of Naruto and Shikamaru and will then leave with his siblings. Anyways, Naruto and Sasuke will be talked to by their dads personally about the tuning exams, about their experiences and such, and both will give their sons absolutely nothing about what trials to expect, as that would make the exams a bit too easy for them. But they will say it was definitely hard, and they will eat you alive if you're not prepared to face them. They have to be on their A game. Naruto and Sasuke will say they understand to their fathers, and both senseis and fathers will wish their sons good luck. On the day of the tuning exams, Team Obito and Kakashi will meet up and decide to walk together to the tuning exams, as both teams have bonded since the Waves mission. Missions like those are definitely going to do that. When they enter the academy, Hinata will see Neji and Naruto will scowl a bit, as he has heard from Hinata that Neji doesn't like her. Naruto has been told why, but that doesn't change the fact that Neji is a jerk to Hinata, and because of that, he wants to teach Neji a lesson. One of these days. Both teams will eventually head into a room, and they are approached by someone with bushy eyebrows. Sasuke recognizes him as Rock Lee since Kakashi has introduced him to Guy, and 1 year before he became a Genin, Guy introduced him and Kakashi to his new student, Rock Lee. The same can be said for Naruto, as Obito in this canon has become friends with Guy as well. And like Sasuke and Kakashi, Guy introduced Rock Lee to Naruto and Obito a year before Naruto became a ninja. Both Sasuke and Naruto have talked with Lee a couple of times when he has not been doing ninja missions, and he seems to be a hardworking and really nice guy. They have even sparred a bit at times as well, and Lee has definitely gotten stronger each time. And now he's here in tuning exams with them. Lee will say, "Naruto, Sasuke, how have you guys been?" Naruto will say, "What's up, Lee?" and goes up to shake his hand. Sasuke just says, "Good to see you," and shakes Lee's hand as well. Lee says, "So you guys are rookies, yet you are all competing in tuning exams?" Sasuke and Naruto will nod, and Lee will say, "Obito and Kakashi must be very confident in your skills, as well as the skills of your teammates. But know this, while you all may be strong, I am also strong myself, and I have powerful teammates by my side. And if we need to face you in order to become Chunin, we will not go down so easily." Naruto and Sasuke smirk, and Naruto will say, "We wouldn't count on that. May the best shinobi win." Rock Lee smiles and says, "Yes! And soon I will show the flames of youth to the entire Hidden Leaf Village. See you guys later. Lee leaves, and the other teammates of Naruto and Sasuke are impressed by him and can feel that he is definitely going to be tough. Kiba though really wants to face him because even though he is a teammate of Sasuke and also a friend, he is also a rival of his, and if he can beat Rock Lee, he'll be a step closer to surpassing Sasuke, and then after that, Naruto. Team Kakashi and Team Obito will reach the exam hall and will meet up with Team Kurenai. All the academy students are glad to see each other, and everyone cannot wait to see how much stronger everyone has gotten. The gang will all meet someone named Kabuto, and while he seems nice at first, something about him makes Naruto and Sasuke suspicious of him. They both nod to each other to keep tabs on Kabuto when possible. Naruto then looks around and will see Gaara, and both will stare at each other. Naruto starts getting a bad feeling from Gaara, almost like there's bloodlust coming off of him. But he has to ignore this for now, as the first part of the Chunin exams have begun. Naruto will be given his exam paper and will look at the questions, and they are definitely hard questions. In fact, none of the gang really know how to answer some of these questions, except Sakura, because she's still a bookworm in his canon. However, Naruto and the rest of the gang realize that the main objective is to not get caught cheating. The problem for Naruto is that he doesn't have many ways to cheat, so he might have to get a bit more creative. Naruto decides to use the Gale Palm, which causes a bunch of papers in his corner to fall on the ground. Naruto keeps track of the paper from one of the guys who seems to be filling in the test a lot. That guy is one of the undercover Chunin, but Naruto does not know that yet. Naruto sees his test paper as well as the Chunin's test paper, and he will give the Chunin his paper and will snag his paper. Now, all Naruto has to do is relax. When the 10th question rolls around, Naruto will do the same thing as in the usual canon, and everyone will pass like in canon. Time for some fun interactions with Anko and Naruto. Anko will make her entrance and she will say, "Ibiki, have you gotten soft? There seem to be more gain here than usual." Ibiki will then say, "Well, this year's bunch seems to be stronger than previous ones. I mean, this bunch does contain someone you know." Anko looks around and then sees Naruto. Naruto is shocked to see Anko here and then will say, "Anko? You're the proctor for the next part of the exams?" Anko smiles and says, "Yes, I am, and you seem to have passed the first part of the Chunin exams. I'm so proud of you." Ino and Kiba are confused, so Sasuke says, "That's Anko, Obito's girlfriend." Ino and Kiba's eyes widen. "You mean she's dating Naruto's dad?" Ino says. Sasuke nods and Kiba says, "Damn, Obito is so lucky." Naruto will say, "Thank you, Anko. I cannot wait to pass the second part of the Chunin exams, whatever it is." Anko will say, "I like your confidence, but just know this, the next part of the Chunin exams is going to be very difficult." Naruto smiles and says, "Whatever comes my way, I'll face it head on. But you already knew that, didn't you, Anko?" Anko smiles and then says, "Yes, I did." Anko then says, "Okay, maggots, follow me!" And everyone will follow Anko to the entrance to the Forest of Death. Naruto will look at the entrance and will see that this is definitely not going to be an easy place to navigate. Good thing Hinata has her Byakugan. Anko will then say, "Are you sure that you can beat this place now, Naruto?" Naruto will smile and will say, "I've seen worse." Anko will smile because she knows what Naruto is talking about. The Waves mission. Anko will then explain the rules for the Force of Death, and all the gang teams will each come up with their own plans to counter the potential hard navigation of the Force of Death. Kiba and Hinata will use her senses and Byakugan to help their teammates get through the forest and stomp out any enemies that come their way. Shino will use his bugs to help detect any enemies that come near his team, though Team Kurenai will have a harder time navigating through the forest than Team Kakashi and Obito. Anko then tells all the gang the test will begin, and at the word go, everyone will head into the Force of Death. And while Team Obito and, in a sense, Team Kurenai will have relatively normal paths to the tower, the same cannot be said for Team Kakashi. But we will get to them in a second. Naruto and his team will be able to get to the tower relatively easily because those three go very well together. Naruto being primarily a combat ninja, Hinata being a scouter, and Shikamaru being the strategist. The three of them together will be able to become one of the first teams to reach the tower, because all Naruto and Hinata have to do is listen to Shikamaru, Hinata has to scout for enemies, and Naruto just takes care of the other genin, and boom, they're in business. And if things go south, Shikamaru and Hinata can just step in and take care of the rest. Though, up until this point, they do not encounter the strongest genin in the world. However, Naruto and his team will encounter something that will shake them a bit. As they are making their way to the tower, they will see Gaara murder some rain ninja in brutal fashion. Naruto and everyone are just in shock and in horror of what they just witnessed, but Naruto, seeing Hinata terrified, knows he has to do something to calm her down, and decides to comfort her, and will say he won't let anything happen to her. Shikamaru says that they have to run and will be able to escape, a scene that definitely shook them a bit. They will be able to make it to the tower within a day or so, and as I said earlier, will be one of the first teams there, besides Gaara, of course. Naruto, after having some time to process everything, knows he may have to fight Gaara, and knows that he may try to kill him like he killed those Rain Ninja. But he also knows that Gaara may target Shikamaru as well. Good thing Shikamaru will probably see it as a drag and will surrender, but Naruto does not want to surrender. He has faced the likes of Zabuza before and such. Though this feels a lot tougher than those other opponents, he will not bow down to this guy. He has come way too far to do that. He will fight Gaara and he will win, because that is my ninja way, Naruto says. Naruto then wonders to himself, I wonder what is taking Sasuke and his team. Meanwhile, with that same team, Sasuke and his team have encountered something powerful. They were originally going to head to the tower, but have now encountered something bad and something way too powerful for a genin. A grass ninja woman. Though if you take a closer look at her, you will see it is Orochimaru, but Team Kakashi does not know that. Orochimaru will take care of the genin very quickly, though Sasuke proves to be a bit difficult, but no one will deny him of his young Uchiha body in the end, and he will give Sasuke his curse mark. Of course, curse mark, not the other thing. Ino is left to take care of Sasuke and Kiba and Akamaru, of course, and Kiba will be able to wake up, but Kiba is still not 100%. When the Sound Genin arrives to kill Sasuke, Rock Lee will protect Team Kakashi, as he does not want them all out so soon, especially Sasuke. In addition to that, Team Kurenai also helps him out as well, and Sakura unveils a couple of Genjutsu techniques in the Cherry Blossom and Hell Viewing technique. Sakura is able to take care of Zaku with the Hell Viewing technique, as he sees his past over and over again, screams, and then passes out. Ino will take care of Ken with her mind control jutsu like in original canon, which only leaves Dosu. However, Sasuke then emerges with a dark aura as he is corrupted by the curse mark. He looks at Dosu and slowly approaches him, and Dosu is scared out of his wits, as he knows he cannot beat him if he has the curse mark. It is only until Ino hugs Sasuke and tells him to stop that he is able to break from Orochimaru's influence. Sasuke will then hug Ino back and will say, "Sorry for that. I will never let that power consume me again." Eventually, everyone goes their separate ways, with Dosu eventually escaping with both his teammates, but Sasuke cannot help but feel guilty about how easily he fell into the influence of the curse mark. He saw his parents die again there, and for a brief moment he forgot and forsook the teachings of Kakashi. And that hurts him the most, especially after everything he has done for him. One thing is clear for Sasuke at this point, and it's that he needs to get rid of this mark, and fast. Eventually, Team Kurenai will reach the tower with around 2.5 days left, while Team Kakashi arrive with 2 days remaining. Which still gives everyone time to rest, and Sasuke will seek out Kakashi. He will eventually find him and will tell him what happened after Kakashi congratulates him on going through the force of death. Kakashi immediately puts a seal on his son, one that is tied to his will, but Sasuke should be fine as he has the will to overcome the curse mark and not give in to temptation. Naruto will eventually find Sasuke on the last day and will say, "Hey, what took you so long?" Sasuke will say, "Just an encounter for Orochimaru." Naruto gets serious and says, "Orochimaru? What does he want with you?" Sasuke will say, "Apparently he wants my sharingan. He went in disguise as a grass ninja. He then attacked all of us and decided to give me this mark. I only learned the day Kakashi sealed up the mark when he recognized the same mark from Anko." Naruto gets angry as he knows how much Anko hates that mark and how much she suffered from it, from stories he has heard from both Obito and even Anko herself. It was then he vowed he would kill Orochimaru one day to make him pay for what he did to her, and to make sure he doesn't hurt anyone else anymore. Naruto will say, "Damn it! First he attacks Anko, now he goes after you because he wants your Sharingan? Not happening. I'll make him pay for this. Believe it!" Sasuke smiles and says, "How about we make him pay? Together." Naruto smiles and says, "You got it!" And both will fist bump each other. It'll probably take some time, but they will beat Orochimaru one day. Together. Eventually, the second part ends, and Hiruzen will gather all the genin. Anko looks at all the gang and says, Ibiki was right. This year's bunch is pretty strong, especially Naruto. However, Naruto and everyone else are about to be thrown a curveball. Hiruzen will congratulate all the gang for making this far and will say that they will be moving on to the third part of the tuning exams. However, a man named Hayate arrives and he, along with Hiruzen, announces that there will be a preliminaries. At first, all the gang will be a bit annoyed at this, but they will just have to deal with it. Kabuto then drops out of the preliminaries, and Naruto and Sasuke are very suspicious of Kabuto at this point, since this is not something someone who has failed 7 times should be doing. But Naruto and Sasuke do not have time to think about it for now. Naruto smiles at the prospect of these preliminaries and says to himself, this should be great, because whoever I face will be strong, and even if I have to face someone like Sasuke or Gaara before the main event, I know I will win. Believe it! Naruto then looks at the electronic scoreboard and sees who will face who first. How will these preliminaries go? Find out in next part. Thank you all for watching part 3 of What If Kakashi Was an Uchiha. I think that you guys are going to like what I do for the preliminaries, and I think you guys will kind of like the interactions Naruto and Obito had in this canon, as well as Sasuke and Kakashi, and hopefully that can be expanded upon in the next part. Get ready for that untapped potential of Naruto Uzumaki video, as well as some other videos I have cooking in the oven, so stay tuned for those. In terms of other stuff, make sure that you guys, watch the community tab like a hawk. That's really important. And also, if you want to suggest me any fanfics that you think I should read, again, give me the name and link it in the comments below. Okay? Got it? Good. Follow me on Twitter for another way to get notified of my videos, as well as some fun stuff in between, such as me posting funny memes, or, I do but also post some hilarious stuff over there, and I do a little bit of trolling over there, so if you want to follow me on Twitter, again, do that. It's @MSH4. Follow me on Instagram, anime_stage4 for memes, and, well, just memes, but still, follow me on Instagram. And finally, join my Discord server for a way to interact with me directly, and also to suggest me ideas directly, as well as the ability to get some other fun stuff in between, such as the ability to see my thumbnails early before I release them. So again, if you want to join my Discord server, do that. The link to that is in the description. So again, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and of course, join my Discord server. Shout out to my $10 patrons. Their names are on screen, and my $50 patron, Anguish. If you want to support me further and get rewards or shoutouts like these, go to my Patreon, which is linked in the description. And finally, let's get to 42k. We're getting pretty close. Let's get there. And that is all I have to say. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and share the video. This has been your boy, the Anime Sage. Sign out. Peace. Yorha. Stephanie Shea closes out. Bye-bye. Peace.
Hi, this is Stephanie Shea, voice actress for Sailor Moon, Hinata, Orihime, and you are watching Anime Sage.